Hello, good evening and welcome to round number 10 of the League of Europe, here with the lads of Division 4 for what should be a fantastic German Grand Prix. I do have an audio glitch, which is, it's lovely. It's lovely when you get an audio glitch. There we go. There we go. As we got Mir Ryan in the comments right now cheering on his teammate Kieran. Let's have a look at the tyre choice of everyone. So we got a few who have opted for the soft tyres. So we got Dale, Ghost Recon, Palmer and Dave Javu. Big story coming out of Division 4 is that a championship contender, Raj, has had to drop out for the rest of the season, and another very quick guy in Division 4, Mir Ryan, isn't here tonight, I don't think. Oh, as Frey has actually dropped it in turn 1, and him along with the other Renault of the Bread Bank have put in the wall as Frey actually gets disqualified from the session. A lot of traffic there for Kieran to go through. So Frey will be starting from the back of the grid. Not a good start there for the man in the Renault. So as I said, Raj unfortunately no longer can compete. So it means that the championship gap that Jasper has right now is immense. And we are waiting to see if anyone's actually going to step up and be a challenger. Because with Mir Ryan missing this race, it's a perfect opportunity for someone like Kieran, for someone like Smitsky, for someone like Don Steeringwheel or Ghost Recon, like to really take a step forward, to put that pressure on Jasper. We'll see if they can do it as we got our first set of times coming in with Palmer on provisional pole, but on the soft tyres setting a 13.8, only just quicker than Smitsky in second place with a 13.9. Alt Maverick and Jod line the stern, third and fourth, the Toro Rossos, and Kieran, he had a lot of traffic at the beginning of his lap, so understandable that he is off the pace, along with Clouders. LFC puts it almost on provisional pole with a 13.8 on the hard tyres. It's a very good lap from the man in the Alfa Romeo. By the way, guys, this is not the only race that is going on right now. We also have Division 2, which is being streamed at the very same time. And of course, we had Division 1 and Division 3, which have just finished their races around about 5 minutes before we started streaming here in Division 4. Unfortunately, I don't know comparisons or quality times, because the quality time for D3 was in the intermediate conditions. And we still don't know what the conditions is actually going to be like. But considering we have guys starting on the hard tyres, I'm assuming it's going to be dry as Ghost Recon with a 12.7 on the soft tyres. A good lap there from Ghost Recon. But you gotta expect guys like LSC, guys like Smitsky to go faster when they chuck on the mediums. We'll go on board with the returning Bread Bank in the Renault. He does have a bit of traffic up ahead. Is he on a lap? No, he's not. What about Jasper? Jasper's not on a lap either. But Kieran is. So actually no, he's backed out. I'm guessing he invalidated. Actually no, it doesn't come up. It didn't come up saying he's invalidated. So I'm guessing that he's backed out of that lap because he didn't want to gain an unfair advantage by cutting the corner as much as he did. But here we go. We'll stay on board for Kieran for this entire lap. Now, interestingly, Don's steering wheel has... Oh, he's lost it at turn 1. Yeah, there was his broken down car as we just went on board with James. Now, here's the thing. Now, Breadbank is limited by Jasper, because Jasper is also on the flying lap. So Breadbank is not going to be able to get the maximum out of this qualifying run because he is being held up by Jasper, who is on 2 compound harder tyres. So Breadbank will have to pit and go again. But coming around the final corner, what is Kieran going to do? This is going to be a represented time from Kieran. It's a 13.1, a fantastic lap there. What about Jasper with a 13.3? And Breadbank has to settle for a 13.4 because... well, because it was bad positioning, he really should have backed off Jasper just a little bit. But LFC and Smitsky in the pits right now on the medium compound tyre. Still don't know what the weather situation is going to be. Oh, as we were on board with Slayer, and he has dropped it on the exit of turn 3, I believe that is. Yes, just before the DRS straight. So Slayer struggling a little bit. Now we got Jotard, who has just started his flying lap as he comes down into turn 2. Doesn't make the same mistake as LFC, so... But he has backed out of the lap. Oh, sorry, not LFC, it was Slayer. Sorry, my bad, LFC. But Breadbank, he did go for a second run and he did improve to a 12.7. So Breadbank will want to get in the pits. He will want to start on tyres that are not very worn. But Ghost Recon right now, the man who is on provisional pole, he is on the mediums. I believe his fastest lap was set on the... Yeah, it was on the softs, so Ghost feels that he's got more time out there, that he can start on the mediums. Strategy around here, a simple one stop, mediums to hards, or hards to mediums, depending on your preference. The soft tyres would work if there was an early safety car, but apart from that, I just don't see as Breadbank just goes a little bit too hot into the pits and makes a little bit of contact there with the wall. As we're on board with Dale, who has immediately backed out of the lap. What about Ghost Recon? What can he do? As we go into turn 1, he does take it quite nicely. Turn 1 is going to be crucial for everyone here today, with the fact that it is so easy to drift out wide, so easy to lose your back end. You're either going to nail it, go too slow for it, exceed the track limits, or you're just going to lose the back end and you're going to lose it. But Ghost Recon right now doing well, just coming out of the hairpin. As breaks down in front of the grandstand. Let's see what the second sector split is. He is up by just under a tenth, so he did have a bit more time left on the table. Let's see what his final sector is going to be like as he comes around the final corner, holding it in 4th gear to the line. He's half a second off. Redbank is on another outlap. Palmer has improved on his time with a 12.8. Kieran's on his outlap. Jasper, he is on a lap, but he's using medium on the ERS, which I find very interesting, as Ryan B has joined the session, so he will be starting. I think the game would actually put him behind Free. Even though Free was disqualified, I think the game will just put him behind Free. So Ryan B in the session, Jasper getting out of the way of the approaching Dale, as he is a 10th down on his personal best time as he goes very wide, and Breadbank's gone as well. Breadbank lost it in the same spot. And he's gone again. Breadbank will have to come into the pits because those tyres are going to be absolutely cooked. So everyone now who is not on a lap should be getting into the pits ASAP. So Dave should be coming in. ST5 should be coming in. Slayer, he's backed off. Smitsky coming on the final corner. He's 6/10 up. Here he comes now to the line. What's it going to be for the man in the Ferrari? It's going to be P6 with a 13.2. As we got Kieran now in the final sector, coming up to the penultimate corner. Is he up on his time? I don't know, but he's gone into overtake mode on the ERS. He's just run out of ERS, but he does improve by 4/10 and goes on provisional pole with a 12.7. Good lap there from Kieran. As it looks like Jerome has backed out of his lap. Smitsky's on his cool down lap. ST5, he just improved on his time, but he's going to have to get back to the pits ASAP. Good thing is that this track does not take too long to get around. You want to be leaving the pits around about the 2-minute mark. As I'm assuming Dave will come into the pits right now. Yes, here he comes. As Alt Maverick is on a lap. He's 3.5 up on his personal best. So we'll stay on board with Alt Maverick as everyone is either coming into the pits. Oh, Kieran's actually retired from the session, so he feels he's done enough. Although he is 3/10 quicker than Giron in 5th place on the same compounder tyre, but you know, he has opened it up for guys like Breadbank and Palmer to jump in. Maybe even Dale as well. But around the final corner comes Alt Maverick to the line. What's it going to be? It's a 12.5, an absolutely fantastic lap there from the man in the Toro Rosso, and he's continuing on for another lap. Ghost Recon has backed out. Breadbank is on a lap. So we'll stay on board with the man in the Renault. In fact, we'll go into broadcast camera for this, and we'll see what the first sector split is saying. He is half a second up. This could be a monstrous lap from the Breadbank. Though it does mean he will have to start on those soft tyres as Jerome actually improves on the target for Breadbank to beat with a 12.4. The man in the Mercedes absolutely flying. So Kieran must have just retired a little bit too soon. Breadbank runs wide. Now there is track limits in place for turns 10 and 11. But he won't go any higher, so I'm guessing that his Ghost Recon has actually binned it into the wall on the exit of turn 1. Unbelievable. With around about 20 seconds left of the session, we're gonna get Jasper coming to the line to start a lap, or no, he's just completed a lap. He's popped himself up into third place, the championship leader, performing well as Slayer's gone off, but he did set a 12.6, so a good lap there from Slayer. Breadbank needs to find time as he comes around the final corner. What's it going to be for the Breadbank? He doesn't improve. Now we got the racing point of Dale to keep our eyes on now, and then we'll go on to the Red Bull of Palmer. As it looks like Dale has actually backed out, so we'll go on board with Palmer, who is just ahead of Cloud. Right now, currently in P8 is the man in the Red Bull. What's he going to be now when he comes to the line? Is this going to be a big improvement? No, he doesn't improve. And Cloud has backed out. Now Dave, what can Dave do? Dave goes on provisional pole with a 12.2. A fantastic lap there from Dave. What about LFC? LFC just pips him with a 12 flat, but he is on the soft tyres along with Dave. Sorry, I thought they were on mediums for a second. I didn't realise I had best on and not fitted. But LFC is on pole position. There's no one else who can knock him off it. And he's got Dave Javu alongside him. Then we got Jerome and Alt Maverick, the lead runners on those mediums, and 3 laps on those mediums. That could be a big difference. So LFC on pole with a 12 flat on the set of soft tyres, with Dave in second, just under 2/10 off the man on pole position. Then we got Jerome, the Mercedes, the lead car on the mediums, with a 12.4 ahead of Alt Maverick in 4th. Jasper, our championship leader, in 5th. Slayer in 6th. Kieran in 7th, retired just a little bit too early in my opinion. Then we got Ghost Recon, the Breadbank and Palmer all setting their times on the soft tyres, getting into the top 10, meaning they'll have to start on them. Then we got Smitsky, Cloud, Jod, Dale, ST5, Sir Ibo, Don Steering Wheel and Frey, who are outside the top 10 and get free choice of tyre compound, along with the late arrival of Ryan B. Well, the race appears to be, it looks dry. However, it is very cloudy, and sometimes in this game, cloudy could lead to some changeable conditions. As we wait for everyone to perfect their setups. As Ibo showing some solidarity with his Williams teammate of Ghost Recon, saying that they can get a 1-2. I really hope you do, lads. I really hope you do. If Ibo and Ghost finish first and second, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose my mind. I can tell you that for a fact. Okay, so we got everything set up. So outside the top 10, Smitsky, Cloud, Jod, Dale, Ibo, Frey, Don Steering Wheel, and how's Don Steering Wheel done in 18th? I don't know. I thought Frey was the only one who got disqualified. Maybe not. And Ryan B all opted in for the medium compound tyres. ST5 going for the alternative strategy on the hards. As Dale is I think he's disqualified from the formation lap, as Slayer and Kieran getting quite familiar with each other there in front of the grandstand. A little bit of side-by-side action on the formation lap. So guys, I want to hear predictions right now. Who is going to take victory here in Germany? Will we see a new winner for the division? Will we see changeable conditions? Who is going to be on the podium? Who's getting fastest lap? These are the answers that I am asking. I'm asking for these answers right now. What do we think in the chat as the entire grid now comes around the final corner to form up in their grid positions? As Frankie with Jasper for the win. I mean, we'll see. Jasper's got less competition now at the front. But here we go. We are getting ready to start this race as we go to 5 red lights. Lights out, and we are underway for round number 10 here at the German Grand Prix for Liga Europe with the lads at D4. And into turn 1, LFC got a great start as we got a Renault, as Breadbank has just completely driven off circuit, and Frey is around as well. Unbelievable. As we got Slayer and Kira. Oh, we got absolute carnage. Slayer apparently must have made contact with Kira, and he spun it in front of Jod of Cloud, and that's not good for the man in the Alfa Romeo, as we got a VSC to start off this race. As Jerome and Jasper, is difficult to find out who is actually in the right position, but looks like Jerome does keep P4, so Jasper has to slot in P5. Alright, let's have a look at those who have made some good positions as we go green once again. Don Steering Wheel up 6 positions. Then we got Ibo, Dale and ST5 all up 5 positions. Slayer down 13, the big loser, as we got Ibo backing out of a battle there as Don Steering Wheel goes around the outside, but unable to get the job done on the bread bank. We're going to go back to the tyre choice now, as Kieran runs a bit wide as Dale gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits, and Jod follows him into the pits, and I'm guessing Cloud will, as well as Breadbank and ST5 changing positions. Don Steering Wheel gets a brilliant run, and he will be on the inside for the hairpin and should have the move done. Meanwhile, up ahead, Ghost Recon trying the move on Kieran, unable to get the job done. These guys on the soft tyres really need to make these moves ASAP. As I'm going to go on board with the man in the Ferrari. He may not like me going on board with him. He does say I occasionally commentate a curse him, which I don't. but he does have a very nice view of the battle for the podium, or effectively the battle for the race win, as LSC sets the fastest lap, immediately beaten by Jerome on those mediums. So as I said, you know, those soft tyres, you're really banking on an early safety car. I've got yellow flag in sector 1, and that's the bread bank around. The bread bank. That's Frey got a 3-second time penalty already. So the bread bank is around. Jerome is having a look. Oh, we're going to be 3 wide into the hairpin. Jerome down the inside. Oh, Maverick trying to squeeze through, and Dave Jarfu going to hang it around the outside. Just giving each other enough room there. And Dave back down the inside now. So he maintains P3. Kieran all over the back of Jasper, who is equally going to be under pressure from Ghost Recon. So Kieran in a bit of a scrap right now. And it looks like those soft tyres are starting to fall off for Dave. You can see the back end sliding out just a little bit every now and then, losing grip. And Alt Maverick should be able to use the advantage of being on the better compound. And here he goes to the inside for turn 2. A big squeeze there to Dave Jarfu there. And that has opened the door for Jasper to try it around the outside, and he is going to get it done. What about Kieran? Kieran unable to do anything about it, because I believe he was fighting with Ghost Recon. And Ghost sending it down the inside into the hairpin, but Kieran trying to hang it around the outside of Dave, and he's actually gone and done it. Kieran around the outside of the McLaren, a fantastic move there from the man in the Red Bull, and now we can get onto the back of the championship leader, being Jasper. So these soft tyres are now starting to drop off a little bit. Ryan B doing well at the moment. He's up in P10. Don steering wheel going about his race. He is trying to come back from the back of the grid, same as Ryan B. So they're both doing well right now, as Dave losing positions to Ghost Recon and Smitsky, and yep, into the pits he'll go. Those tyres are absolutely gone, as Maverick sets a new fastest lap. And right now LFC doing a very good job. He's still outside of DRS, and now he's just dipped in there as Ghost Recon tries to send it down the inside of Kieran for P5, unable to do it though. But with DRS, what's the situation here? Jasper doesn't have DRS, and Kieran's going to try it around the outside, same as what he done to Dave. Jasper smart to it though. Just drifts out wide to block off any chance of Kieran hanging it around the outside, as we got Ghost Recon, who is really on the timer right now with those tyres. Smitsky playing it smart right now. He's not using much ERS. He's just holding back a bit, same as Jasper. Maverick using quite a bit of ERS. And LFC now going to be under pressure from these guys on the medium tyres. And LFC opts to come into the pits. So it's to be interesting to see, does LFC go to the mediums for the 2-stop, or does he go for the hards? As we are on board with Maverick, who has DRS, he has the slipstream, and he has the move. About Kieran behind. Kieran going to the outside once again, but he gets a big hit up the back end there from Ghost Recon, and that's going to compromise Ghost Recon's exit, because Smitsky he's going to back out. Smitsky going to be a bit smart about his positions, as Ghost tries to send it down the inside again of Kieran. So Ghost Recon battling for absolutely everything he can get and more. And Ryan B not too far off the back of it. Don Steamwheel is all over the back of this battle right now for 4th place. And that's allowed Jasper to get away from Kieran. So Jasper does have a 2-second buffer now to the car behind. As it looks like Ghost Recon is going to stretch his softs out as far as he can. But Smitsky does have the superior tyre advantage right now. He does have the superior grip advantage. He's right underneath the gearbox of the Williams. And he has a massive ERS advantage. Are we going to see a move into the hairpin? Is he going to dive it? He's having a look. Backs out red, but Ghost goes to the dive on Kieran. And Kieran, lovely little switchback there. And that has compromised Ghost Recon. And now he's going to lose a position to Smitsky, as we're going to go on board with Don Steamwheel to see what's going to happen. Ghost Recon unable to send it on the Ferrari, so this is the opportunity now for Kieran and Smitsky to get away from Ghost Recon, to get away from him, because Ryan B has caught up a second on the battle that these guys were having. Meanwhile, Alt Maverick drifting very wide. He's gone into the gravel and that's him in the wall. Alt Maverick just drifting too far wide on the final corner and into the wall. He'll go. Don Steering and Ryan B will get past Ghost Recon because he comes into the pits. Meanwhile, Smitsky and Kieran side by side in turn 3. A yellow flag in sector 1. That is for Alt Maverick, of course. But here comes Smitsky with DRS wide open. He got a podium last week in Silverstone. Kieran, the man who went on to win it. And of course, Jerome now in comfortable mode. He has a 3-second gap to Jasper. Jasper also in comfort mode, as he has a 3-second gap to Smitsky. So the soft tyres, well, it wasn't necessarily the smartest choice, has paid out for LFC, because he's on the mediums right now. He will have to pit again, but he should have a pace advantage within the next few laps, and so would Dave actually. Maverick will have to make a pit stop, so Ibo will get promoted to the points, and Ghost has come out on another set of soft tyres as he completely cuts our corner. He won't be happy that we caught that, but we did. So back up to the battle between the the Red Bull and the Ferrari, but it's a different Ferrari now versus the Red Bull of Kieran, as Don Steamwheel, DRS wide open. He's going to go to the inside for the hairpin. Is Kieran going to try and hang it around the outside again? He does, but that's going to open the door for Ryan B to just about get his nose in there, but not enough to trouble the man in the Red Bull. So Kieran getting a very poor exit there. Ryan B all over the back of him. Don Steamwheel has he's already built that gap over a second. Smitsky is starting to close in on Jasper. Jasper losing a bit of time to drone in first. And here goes Ryan B. Had a look down the inside of turn 1. Not a place really where you really want to be going side by side. It's bad enough there, just one by one. Never mind side by side, but here they are side by side into turn 2. Kieran will squeeze out Ryan B, but Ryan B will have DRS and the overspeed to get past the Red Bull. So Kieran now just dropping positions, and it doesn't look like he's got any wing damage, so it's interesting that Kieran is all of a sudden losing places. I mean, oh no, he does have wing damage. He's missing the front right end plate, so that explains why Kieran is dropping positions. And now Frey, the man who was disqualified in qualifying, he is all over the back of Kieran for 6th place. Meanwhile, Smitsky doing a good job to close that gap to Jasper. Don and Ryan B now are doing their best to keep with Smitsky, but Smitsky looks like he's got some good pace here as Kieran is into the pits. And it's going to be for a set of hards. I'm not sure. I think he can go to the end from there. So it's a good job that he did stretch it out just that extra couple of laps to give him a chance again to the end. The pit stop window is around lap 15. As LFC down the inside of ST5 into the hairpin. A good move there from the man who put it on pole position, who is currently in 7th place, doing a good job actually on this 2-stop strategy. Dave also on the 2-stop down in 10th. Ghost Recon on a very unusual 2-stop, using 2 sets of soft tyres, which are not really the race tyre for this track. And then we got Kieran after his pit stop on front wing change coming out in 12th position. As the closest battle we have on track is the battle for 14th place between Palmer and Jod. So we'll stay on board with this one until we see some gaps go down. We've got a yellow flag in. Oh no, it's the bread bank. This has not been a good return for the bread bank. After racing with him last season, he was a very quick driver but just lacked the consistency. And it looks like it has carried over into this brand new season. As Alt Maverick picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to do any good for his race, as we got a VSC. And Dale has actually been lapped by Jerome, and he's going to dip into the pits. Jasper's going to follow him. Smitsky's going to follow him. Don's going to stay out. Doesn't want a double stack. Ryan B stays out as the bread bank has retired. Frey follows the leaders into the pit stop. As I think... No, Frey didn't get slowed down in time. So Jerome will come out just ahead of his teammate in 4th position. So he has gained quite a bit from that, and Jasper now will have Dave right behind him. Meanwhile, Smitsky and Ghost Recon will have DRS on the racing point, who is now a lap down. That is Dale. So he'll just ghost through him. It's ironic when you see ghosting through someone. It's such a lovely phrase to really try and say. And if you can say it 5 times fast, then good on you. Okay, so now we got a couple of different races going on, because Jerome LFC's on a 2-stop. So as we got Ibo, no Ibo, please Ibo, as my controller is Running low on battery, so I'll just plug it in on charge 2 seconds as Ghost Recon had a little look on Smitsky. This is for P8, although Ghost Recon will have to make another pit stop. DRS wide open. He's down the inside into the hairpin. Smitsky being smart goes to the switchback because Ghost has completely outbroke himself there. And Frey down the inside of Kieran. Another little switchback from Kieran. And they're going to be side by side coming into the grandstand. And it looks like Frey will just about get ahead, as actually no, he's gone wide. So Kieran keeps P10. So Jasper now on the back of ST5. He will have DRS on him. Jasper is hoping that LFC battles Duron. And Duron is going to be hoping that ST5 puts up a monumental scrap with Jasper to slow him down a bit. But it looks like Jasper's already got the move done. But ST5 will have DRS to come back at him. We're going to go on board as we got a yellow flag. And that is for, I think, yeah, it was for Ghost and Smitsky, and ST5 unable to get the move done. But he goes to the switchback. Can he get the traction down? It's going to be a drag race to the stadium. It's side by side. Oh, contact! Contact, and ST5 into the wall. And ST5, massive damage to that front wing as we got another virtual safety car. And does Jasper have any front wing damage? It looks like Jasper has got away with it. So lucky there for Jasper. Don steering wheel has just been thrown a lifeline right now, as well as Ryan B. And LFC, he's gonna jump into the pits as well. So okay, now this is interesting. I don't think LFC and Dave could take another set of mediums to the end, but no, he's opted for the hard compound tyres. What about Dave? Dave's got the hard selected. Ghost Recon should also have the hard tyres selected. Yes, he does. Okay, so everyone has made a pit stop as we got LFC all over the back of Frey. This is now for position. I think Frey might have one more stop to make. I'm not sure. I believe he's gone medium so far. And down the inside goes LFC into 7th. A little bit of contact there with Frey. But LFC gets himself up into 7th. Now he can go chasing after Kieran, who is in 6th. And Ryan B and Don Steenwheel have both got the jump on Smitsky and Kieran. Although I'm not surprised they got a jump on Kieran because he had the front wing change. But Smitsky has been jumped by his teammate and a rival of Ryan B. But gaps are beginning to form now, so we'll go on board with this battle with LFC and Frey. As we got the Bread Bank in the chat telling us what was going on. I mean, as I said, you know, Breadbank is a very quick driver. He can, on his day, he can probably compete with quite a few guys in D3 in the division above. Same with Jasper and a lot of guys in here actually. The only caveat for Breadbank, and I think it's the same across the board, is the consistency. More than anything, as Frey, he had a little bit of a luck on on LFC, as we do have another battle going on between Palmer and Jod. I just came on towards the end of that, so the move was already made. Jod taking a lot of curb there, a little bit too much. Might be looked at by the stewards after the race. As Dale has retired, he's coming to the pits and retired. He's over a lap down, so understandable. Meanwhile, we have two battles going on. For the last one battle for the last point playing position, the other for P7. As we got Frey having a look around the outside of LSC into the hairpin, gets the switchback line and does get the traction down. So Frey will have the inside for this next little right hand kink, and he will be comfortably ahead of LFC. What about Jod? He's unable to make that move on Palmer. Maverick, we know Maverick has, I believe, 2 penalties I've seen pop up for him. But Maverick is right now doing a decent job at recovering this race. He qualified very well, but lap 1 just claimed him. As Frey goes wide, gets onto the curb. LFC is going to get past into turn 1, and I know LFC was trying to give him the room there on the outside. However, I believe the game would have just given him a warning for that, which is unfortunate. But Frey is going to come back at LFC with DRS. Down the inside into the hairpin will go the Renault and Alfa Romeo, and the switchback there from LFC. Is he going to get the traction down this side by side? LFC around the outside. Is he going to hang it around it? He is going to try. He'll turn to the inside for the next corner, but he's already got ahead. Brilliant work there from LFC, and good battling between these two. They had many battles. I believe they were battling each other back in Season 1 of LOE. They had a few battles in Season 2 in Division 3 last season, so it's good to see that they're still battling very hard. As Slayer is starting to come towards the back of this little group for P7 as Frey goes down the inside into turn 2. That's not going to worry LFC because he'll have the DRS to come back at him. As Ghost Recon has got past Jod, who has just made his pit stop, and picks up a 3-second time penalty, does Ghost Recon. So LFC around the outside, breaks later. Frey gives him the room, and they're going to be side by side. Once again, is Frey going to send it down the inside? No, he's going to think better of it. And Ghost has got past Palmer now, so Ghost up into the points once again. Meanwhile, I'm keeping my eye on that gap between Don Steering Wheel and Jasper. It is under 2 seconds. And the gap between Jerome and Jasper is under 3 seconds. So, I mean, one penalty can make all the difference as Frey once again goes down the inside for turn 2. And he'll get it done, but in a carbon copy to what happened in the previous lap, LFC will have DRS just to come back at him. And he's going to go to the inside this time, LFC. Meanwhile, Slayer's just watching on. Oh, as LFC has squeezed out the Renault right there. And that might just get his teammate involved. So what we have right now is a Alfa Romeo sandwich with a Renault filling. And whether, you know, if you're a foodie, you know that the best foods in the world come from both Italy and France. You know, there's just no competition. You know, I mean, you got the pizza, which is Italian designed, but then you got the baguettes, which are, you know, French. You put them both together, and you got a pizza sub. I mean, you can't go wrong with a pizza sub. that's a strange analogy, but yo, we're gonna roll with it. As LFC once again gonna let Frey take the inside for turn 2, and oh, the switchback was compromised. A little bit of contact made there. And now Frey, is he going to get the overspeed? Sorry, LFC, I meant LFC. Is he going to get the overspeed? He does have the overspeed, but he's not able to get it done initially. But on traction, he does get it done. Meanwhile, Slayer is just watching and waiting for his opportunity. So we got a three-way battle for what is P7. Dave is closing in, so this could be a four-way battle before long. Meanwhile, the gap between Jasper and Don Steering Wheel has come down, and it's just taken another dip, as it is down to 1.2, 1.3. As Cloud has been lapped. Smitsky is keeping that 2 second gap to Ryan B for the time being, and Don Steering Wheel getting ever so close at the Jasper, and once again it looks like LFC let Frey go into turn 2, but now Slayer getting into the mix. And with DRS, he's going to get past his teammate, so he wants a crack now at the Renault. Who, as I said, I think will have to make another pit stop. Usually the mediums, depending on how good your tyre wear is. As we got the... Oh no, Ibo! No, Ibo! Ibo's around, and now he's been overtaken by Cloud. So yeah, as I was saying, the mediums. Oh no! As Hippo has lost it again. No, LFC gets past his teammate in the sector 3, where there is a yellow flag. Although I think they were past it. I think they were past that yellow flag zone, but that has slowed down the two Alfa Romeos enough now that Frey does have a bit of a cushion. And as you can see, the McLaren all over the back, as Slayer actually loses the back end, has a second wiggle on the back end, so now he doesn't have DRS on his teammate. The McLaren of Dave closing up into the hairpin. Will Dave do it? He's going to hang it clean around the outside. A little bit of wheel banging there between the two of them, but Slayer at the moment keeping hold of P9. Right, so where was I? Yeah, anyway, the mediums. The game's recommended strategy is to pit on lap 16. So, you know, you get the undercut, which is around lap 15, 14. Or you can do what I done earlier and take 18 laps, which is possible because I did it. So I'm not sure. I think Frey will be on the ragged edge. My tyres after 18 laps weren't the best, and he's got more than 6 laps to go. So if I was Frey, I would be biting my fingernails now, because it is crunch time. Because he's going to have to make this call. Does he pit and chuck on a set of softs to the end? or does he try and stretch those mediums? Time will tell, and once again it looks like the gaps are starting to form, but there is one that is closing down, and that's the battle for second place. Don Steering Wheel closing in. He's got DRS now on Jasper, and now we can get a battle towards the sharp end of the grid, as Jasper, he's going to be under pressure very soon from Don Steering Wheel. Equal amounts of ERS, same as Jerome actually. Meanwhile, Ryan B and Smitsky still holding the same kind of gap. Kieran doing his absolute best to try and close up, as Ghost gets another penalty. But this is what we got right now. We're on lap 26 of 34. 2.8 seconds between Jasper and Jerome. And the fastest man on track, I'd say right now, is Don Steering Wheel, because he has completely closed up that gap to Jasper. It was around about 3 seconds. It is now down to less than a second, and Jasper has not lost any time to Jerome. So this is where smart driving goes about it. Does Jasper fight Don Steering Wheel with absolutely everything he has, or do they work together, slipstream, DRS each other to close up to Jerome? That is going to be the main question. But here we go, as Don Steering Wheel, DRS wide open. He is going to close in, but I don't think he's going to close in enough to go for a move on Jasper. He's having a little luck though, a bit of a peek down the inside, as oh no, Maverick, and he's lost it at turn 1, and that is a VSC. So it's amazing, we've had 3 virtual safety cars, not 1 safety car yet. Unbelievable, as we got ST5 and Jod into the pits. As Alt Maverick has left the session. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, mate. As Don Steering Wheel times it to perfection, and he gets a little bit too close to Jasper actually on the safety car restart. So here we go. We have 28, 29, 30, 8 more laps left of this race, including the one that we're on. Both of the Ferraris look like they gained a bit of time on the cars ahead, and Frey has taken that plunge into the pits of the soft tyres, and Don Steering Wheel down the inside into the hairpin, gets the move done. And now Jasper needs to stick with Don Steering Wheel. Don Steering Wheel is the man with the pace right now, and you can see that gap between him and the Mercedes. It has closed down by half a second, and the gap between Jasper and Don is around about half a second as well. Ryan B just doing a comfortable drive right now in P4. Smitsky as well in P5. Kieran still trying his best to close up to the Ferrari currently in P6 he is. Meanwhile, LSC, a bit of a lonely race right now in 7th. Dave in 8th. Can Don Steering Wheel catch up to the Mercedes of Jerome? We're on lap 29 of 34. As Jasper gets a 3-second time penalty. How crucial is that going to be? Jasper, the 3-second time penalty. I don't think I've seen one from Don or Jerome. Is Jasper going to go for a move down the inside? No, he's going to think better of it. All equal on the RS. This is going to be concentration absolutely key for Don and Jerome right now, because if Jerome actually gets a penalty, it just shakes things up, because then he'll be wanting Jasper to attack. And right now, oh, Jasper gets very wide onto the curbing. It's not good for his hopes of closing in. You don't want to be picking up any more warnings. 2.5, 2.6 is the gap. 2.7. So is Don just saving up a bit? He is just saving up a bit. Meanwhile, Frey and Slayer have both pitted, and they both come out in 10th and 11th respectfully. As Palmer gets a 3-second time penalty for his battling with Jod. I'm guessing he just ran a little bit wide at the hairpin. But what are we doing? We gotta go back up towards the battle. At the front, and Smitsky now on the back of Ryan B. Okay, now it's heating up. 5 laps to go. We have a battle for second place. Could potentially turn to a battle for the win here. We have a battle for 4th place. This could be a good haul of points for Ferrari and the constructors. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I want your predictions in the chat right now. Who do you think is going to come out on top here? Don Steenwell is closing in on the Mercedes of Giron for the race lead. Jasper is hanging on to the back, so it could be a three-way scrap. We know Jasper's got a recent 3-second time penalty, but I can't remember if anyone else picked up one. I really can't, but Jasper confirmed for the podium as it stands right now, at least. As Ryan B is going to be under pressure from Smitsky for 4th place. So predictions, guys. Predictions, get them in. 4 laps to go. Jasper sticking to the back of Don steering wheel. Looks like Jerome is just keeping his pace tidy right now, so he's not really pushing. Ryan B and Smitsky's gap is stabilizing a bit. Also want to keep an eye on that gap between Ghost Recon and Frey, because that could very well come down, and the gap between Jod and ST5, let's not forget, for the last points playing position. 1.6 seconds, 1.5, as Ibo's chucked on a set of Inders. Oh, Jeff, why have you told Ibo to put on the Inders? It's bone dry out there. Jasper gonna go for the move. You had to think the gap is under 2 seconds now. They're getting closer. It's building up nicely, and Smitsky well and truly in that 1 second window now to Ryan B. Meanwhile, Jod just maintaining the gap at the moment with ST5. Frey crunching down that time to Ghost Recon is down to 2.7. Let's go back up towards the front, and Jasper's made a mistake somewhere because he has lost a second to Don Steenwell. Now Don Steenwell does have... Oh no, oh, Palmer's gone. Palmer has lost it. And now, actually that could be DRS for, nah, it's not going to be DRS or Don steering wheel. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Now Smitsky all over the back of Ryan B. Can Smitsky get this move done on the penultimate lap? Around the outside at the hairpin. Oh, Ryan B does well, but Sminsky does get the traction down. They're going to be side by side into the stadium. McLaren versus Ferrari, and the Ferrari has come out on top. What is Ryan B going to do? He's going to try and send it back on the inside. No, he doesn't. Meanwhile, behind him, LFC and Dave side by side, and LFC getting ahead of Dave. And actually, Dave has had some good pace because he was quite a bit behind LFC. So Dave closing up, and we're going to be treated to an absolute banger of a last lap. A battle for 7th, a battle for 4th, a battle for what is going to be 9th place as well. Woo! I need to catch my breath as we are now on the final lap of this race. As Ryan B picks up a 3-second time penalty, how crucial is that going to be? I think Ryan B might have just lost this battle for 4th right there. But you know he is going to battle with absolutely everything he has. What's Ryan B going to do? He's going to go to the inside at the hairpin. Brakes late. Smitsky looking for the switchback. Can't get it though. Meanwhile, Dave and LFC going to be side by side into the hairpin. I am looking at the minimap right now just to see when John is going to come towards the line, and Dave gets the job done. So, going to go back on board with the man who has led the majority of this race, and he will cross the line to win the German Grand Prix as Don will come second. Jasper will get third. Ryan B will finish ahead of Smitsky on track, but Smitsky will get 4th place. Meanwhile, Kieran, is he going to be... Yes, he's good in 6th place. Meanwhile, LFC has managed to get back past Dave. We missed that by going on board with the race winner, but sometimes it's got to be done. And Dave will get LFC on penalties. What about Ghost Recon under pressure from Frey? And no positions changed there. Slayer should be comfortably ahead of ST5, but what about Jod and ST5 right now for the last points paying position? It looks like ST5 will just about win this on track. And around the final corner, ST5 keeps it. So there we go. Giron, the man on the top step of the podium. Mercedes winning in Germany. Just want to say that again. A Mercedes winning at Germany. The German fans are going to be absolutely thrilled about that. But, you know, a fantastic drive from Giron there. He managed the pace well, and he just got it done. He didn't need to push. He pushed when he had to. He knew when to be conservative. Don Steenwell, in my opinion, was probably a bit faster, but you know, too little, too late. But he did come from 18th on the grid, so Giron is our race winner. Don Steenwell, 18th to 2nd. What a drive! What a drive from the Ferrari. Jasper in 3rd. Smitsky getting 4th place from 11th on the grid. Ryan B from all the way at the back of the grid in 19th to 5th. A fantastic drive from him. Kieran in 6th. Dave in 7th. LFC, the man who put it on pole, down in 8th with that 2-stop strategy. Ghost in 9th. Frey in 10th. Slayer in 11th. ST5 picks up the final point, and then we got Jod, Palmer and Cloud who finished the race, and Ibo as well. And then our non-finishers were Alt Maverick, Dale and Breadbank. So what a fantastic race tonight. It was a real nail biter all the way down to the last lap. And now we have a little something new. little something new for this week. We're gonna do interviews. I'm gonna bring in two people who I think had a fantastic race. I'm gonna ask them 3 questions each about their race. So let's have a little think here. I mean, Smitsky could be a shout, though I think probably the better shout would be Ryan B and Don Steering Wheel, because they came from the back of the grid. Right, I'm just going to check in the Smitsky, I didn't say anything. Right, I'm just going to check and see who actually wants to... Ryan B. I'll tell you what, alright, Smitsky, I'll get you in for an interview, but you keep complaining that I keep commentator cursing you. Right, so no, don't invite people into this lobby. Like, we need to get them into the party. So the first person I'm gonna invite is Swisky, because he keeps complaining that I keep commentator cursing him, which I don't. It's unbelievable. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in gonna bring in Smitsky first. Yeah, quite a lot of battling going on. Hello, and Smitsky has joined us. You're going to be the first interview at the new segment. Now, what? Fantastic race and a very exciting battle with Ryan B at the end of the race. How was it for you?
Pressure. I tried. To be fair, I've got to give Ryan B some credit there, because I was trying to break the gap, but nah, he weren't having it.
Also, I think it was the VSC where you lost a bit of time being stuck behind someone who was on an alternate strategy to you. I can't quite remember who it was.
I think I lost it in the pits. I think in that phase, sort of.
Did you think that that was another race where you left points on the table?
Nah, you can't say, can you? I don't know. Do I? I'm not. No, I'm not sure. I think I ended where I was.
And obviously, we're gonna get your teammate in after you. I mean, he had a great drive.
Yes,
Any words for your teammate?
Yeah, congrats. Well done.
Okay, and Hungary up next, mate. What's your pace like around there?
We'll see. We'll see. I feel okay, but I don't know. A lot of people are faster. Obviously, naturally, you get faster, but I think everyone's faster. So
Well,
We'll see.
judging from last season, I'm gonna be keeping my eye on you and Ryan B.
Yeah,
But yeah, thanks for joining me, mate.
yeah.
Fantastic
Thank you.
race, and good luck for next week in Hungary. Okay, so now we're gonna get in. We're gonna get in Don steering wheel. I don't have him as a friend, so I'll have to invite Don. If you are in the right, send Don a cheeky little party invite. Okay, we have been joined by the man who finished second today, Don Steerwheel. Absolutely fantastic race, mate. How was it for you out there? Well, I gotta say, after you managed to jump your teammate and Kieran in the VSC pit stop, the second one, where you put it onto the hards. I mean, the pace you showed after that to catch up to Jasper and close the gap down to Jerome as well. That was incredible. Did you think that if you had maybe didn't qualify towards the back end that you might have been able to challenge for the win? Well, you mentioned the next race. What do you think of Hungary as a track? And do you enjoy racing around there? Well, I'm going to congratulate you once again on a fantastic drive to get second. I mean, me personally, I'd say you're my driver of the day coming back from the back of the grid to second. So, massive congratulations for that, and I look forward to seeing what you're going to be able to bring to the table for Hungary. Okay, thank you for joining me, bud. Right, one more we'll get Ryan B in, and that will be the last. Right, so send Ryan B an invite, because Ryan B also had a very good race, very similar to Don's steering wheel. Actually, just went about his business, stayed out of trouble, and got a very good result out of it. And
Hello.
we have been joined by Ryan B. Ryan, fantastic race. You missed qualifying.
Yes.
Was it just running late, or?
Yeah, just running late. I had guests.
Ah,
So I had to kick them out and then jumped on with about 4 minutes to go.
okay. Well, last the question mark challenge. Your around Germany is never the one that you want to do, but I'd say that was a very successful race for you. How was it from your point of view?
It was good. Chaos on the first lap or two. A lot of incidents certainly helped me out. And the VSC on the pit stop helped me out as well. But I made a few nice little overtakes and just had a lot of fun, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and obviously, me, I was very excited for the end of that race, because I could see Smitsky catching you towards the end for that P4. What was it like from where you were sitting? And that was full sweat mode then.
No, so what happened was I was managing the gap really well. It was about 2.2. It was around 2.2, and then my cat jumped in front of a TV, and I made a mistake. That's how he ended up so close to me at the end. And, yeah, I knew I had a penalty and he didn't, so I knew it was going to be a bit of a losing battle. But I enjoyed the last 2 laps of him. Good, fair battle, and he's come out on top.
Yep, and that kind of after D3 last season, it kind of sets you two up lovely for another little battle at our next track, which is Hungary.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm just glad certain people are not going to be on the track.
I mean, I did nothing.
Well, I think we know.
We can't live in the past. We can't live in the past anymore. We got to look forward.
It's a different season, different race, and there's different guys now. So it's qualifying is going to be massive.
Are you looking forward to the challenge of trying to close down that gap to Jasper in the championship now?
It's going to be hard. I think start of the season I wasn't too far away from him, and it's just the last few races have just not been not races I enjoy particularly much, and he's so consistent. It's going to be difficult for anyone to catch him. And the 2 guys who I think could have got him, obviously now out.
Yeah, I think Mir Ryan's out for the next 3 races after this, and Raj out for the rest of the season, which disappointing. But I have the race today proved that even though Jasper does have a big advantage in the championship, that he can be beaten. Keep plodding away, keep taking points here and there. Maybe we might get something exciting towards the end of the season, and maybe
my prediction. Sorry, I'm interrupted there. I think Don has been these last few races he's got unbelievable pace sort of out of nowhere, because up until Monaco he was sort of where I am now, and he's sort of just come on strong, and if he can keep plugging away, I think end of the season it's going to be very close.
Right, and last question, do you think you're going to get another podium at Hungary?
Yes, I do. I think I can be very consistent there. Yeah, I'm going to say I can. As long as I get a good qualifying lap in, I think I can grab second or third.
Alright, fantastic stuff. Well, once again, a massive congratulations for the race today, and you're getting up to fifth from last place is fantastic result, and 10 points in the bag for McLaren. And I look forward to seeing what you're going to bring to the table now next week at Hungary. So,
It'll be good. It's going to be good fun.
yep. Thank you for joining me, bud.
No problem.
Okay, right. Well, that is going to be the end of the race here with the lads of Division 4. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire race and the climax towards the end of it. It was a fantastic spectacle to watch, and I look forward to seeing what everyone's going to do this time next week at Hungary. So until next time, guys, have a fantastic rest of the weekend, and I will catch you next week for the Hungarian Grand Prix.